Konami Digital Entertainment presents.
Altitude 30,000 feet.
Same dialogue from the game.
Listen up, Jack.
The interior looks good.
To infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure
Paramedic's face looks thinner.
Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake.
No crew chief.
Referring to you as Snake from now on.
The bridge of Snake's nose looks more prominent.
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox Unit's specialty. In other words, weapons and equipment to procure on site. That goes for food as well.
Yato sounds
Completely naked, just as your
not so great. Zero's voice.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment. Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
US Army. That looks new. Oh, we can shoot the...
Freeze. Speak.
I'm just gonna watch. Oh, wow. Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Still no release date. Konami. Alright, I think there might be something wrong with... Something off with my sound settings. Okay, 3, 2, 1, second viewing. Rating pending, likely mature 17 plus. The dialogue should sound better.
Altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace.
Listen up, Jack. Your
Sure.
mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. The clock is ticking.
Looks good.
This will be a sneaking mission.
His stance is more...
You must not be seen by the enemy.
Like his shoulders are more
Trace
hunched.
of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox Unit's specialty. In other words, weapons and equipment to procure.
That looks great.
That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
I have to
I
find
don't remember doing that in the original.
whose crazy idea was this anyway?
The mission rests
Okay, the crew chief is still in the opening cutscene.
Real one-man army.
His backpack is more prominent in that cutscene. You shoot the SVD in third person. Nice motion blur. That's a cutscene, but it looks like it could be gameplay. That is from later in the game, let's say. The boss, she looks older.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Lip syncing is on point. Facial expressions is more minute. His eyes. Konami. Okay. Let's play it a third time. 3, 2, 1. It's like an experimental
3,000 feet.
attack cargo plane, AC plane.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask.
Paramedic looks different. She looks younger. more attractive because her face is slimmer.
Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on.
Snake looks
The clock is
more
ticking.
manly,
This will be a
like ruggedly handsome.
You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment to procure on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
The detail, the
Mission rests entirely in your hands.
canisters.
Real one-man army.
Yeah, his backpack is a lot thicker. That's a really stands out. That knee to the gut. That's a new move, I'm sure.
Speak. Commencing virtuous mission now.
Yeah, his eyes glancing to the side, his brow furrows, in addition to his mouth moving. Konami. So that's my customary 3 viewings. I'm actually going to go through it, not playing it in real time. I'm just going to go through, add some points, summarize anything I've mentioned previously. Okay, so this shot here, this opening shot is new. In the original, it's where we the audience kind of view it come into frame from the front.
Flying over Pakistan. Altitude 30,000 feet.
And the voice of that pilot, that's actually Robin Atkin Downs. I recognize his voice. He plays McDonald Miller in the later games in the series, Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes, and The Phantom Pain.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
Paramedic's face is narrower. She looks younger, more like a traditional model. In the original, she's got like a rounder face, and that's intentional to give her that more motherly look. She's still got the ascot or scarf. I'm just now noticing the textures on her coat. Really impressive. Looks good. Again, ruggedly handsome. Nose isn't too thin to make him look like a child. His facial features are proportional. His hair looks more detailed. Whereas in the prior footage, that first in-game trailer footage, his hair is more spiky. Here it's more defined. Just the subtle thing, like his equipment shaking as he's walking. U.S. Army. I don't recall that being in the original game. Might have been added to the re-release HD remaster. I could be wrong. Yeah, that move there, that knee to the gut, that overhead slam. I believe that's a new animation. No close-ups of Ocelot or Eva. The textures on his face camo there. I don't recall this shot being in the original. Here's a look of the boss. Her hair is longer. In the original, it's really closely cropped behind her in this scene. She still looks attractive, but I would say in a more regal type of way. In the original, she's got a very strong resemblance to Charlotte Rampling. Even Hideo Kojima admits it in a tweet. I think they might have changed the look partly to avoid being sued for unauthorized use of her likeness. You can kind of see a cord coming out of the throat mic. There we go. tactical espionage action. Another reason to get PlayStation 5. Still no release date, probably 2025.